Dog was forced to guard a store with her head hanging from a short chain. Becomes so happy when she gets to live a normal life. Kayla's a dog that was living in San Jose, Costa Rica, and was being worked as a guard dog. Her owner was a mechanic and he used Kayla as a means to protect his home. However, he didn't treat her well at all. Kayla was being horribly mistreated by her owner. He would keep her on a very short leash, and she had very little food and water. Poor Kayla was absolutely miserable. Every night when Kayla would try to get some sleep, it would be almost impossible. Since the leash was so short, her head could barely reach down to the rags that she'd been given as a bed. Her neck would constantly be hanging, and it caused her a lot of pain and discomfort. Not only was Kayla barely fed and constantly lacking sleep, but whenever she was feeling sick, her owner never helped out. At one point, she was so malnourished she could barely even stand up. Kayla's health started to get worse and worse, so she started to have trouble breathing, and if help didn't come soon, she would surely die. Then one day, help finally came to the rescue. Eventually, help came from the mechanic's next-door neighbors. One day, as they walked past the house, they noticed that Kayla was having difficulty breathing. That's when they decided to contact the local police. The neighbors quickly got in touch with local police and rescuers from Territorio del Zaguates. Territorial de Zaguates happens to be a well-known dog sanctuary that cares for hundreds of dogs in their acres of land in the mountains above Heredia, Costa Rica. I felt desperately sad and frustrated. Laia Battle, founder of Territorio de Zaguates, told the Dodo. The picture I first saw of her showed a pitiful creature, robbed of its dignity and ready to give up. A dog whose spirit had been broken and was just waiting for the end to come while living a never-ending nightmare. The police and the rescuers worked together to get Kayla away from her abusive owner. Then they quickly brought her over to a vet. She was treated for her malnourishment and for the wounds inflicted by the chain she was confined to. Once Kayla had been treated at the vet's office, she was brought over to the animal sanctuary. She would stay at the sanctuary throughout her healing process. However, it would take a lot of time and love for her to heal. Her healing process was slow, and the humans around her still had to cause her pain through the curing of her wounds, especially the gash in her neck caused by years of hanging from a tight metal chain around her neck, Battle said. Nursing her was as painful for her as it was for us. But eventually she understood that after the pain came love and treats, so she learned to deal with it like a champ. At first, Kayla didn't get along with the other dogs at the sanctuary. This led Battle to believe that she had never interacted with dogs before or had been trained to attack them. However, after some time, Kayla began to trust other dogs, and her entire personality changed. We saw Kayla go from a weak, feeble animal too depressed to care to a stronger creature willing to stand up for herself, Battle said. With time, we also got to see that willful creature incorporate play and goofiness into her daily routine. Every day, Kayla became more and more trusting. With every day that passed, we saw more of her personality coming through. She went from fearing humans to trusting them and even bugging them for attention. However, tragedy quickly struck one day when Kayla accidentally ate sausages baited with poison that had been left behind by people who snuck into the sanctuary. Kayla was still alive when we got to her, Battle said. Probably her size helped tolerate the dose, that or she only got to a small bite of it. In any case, Kayla was saved. She struggled with neurological problems for a while after that, but she came around again. She's just too tough a cookie. I think there are no coincidences in life, Battle added. Kayla survived years of neglect, years of torture, years of hunger and illness. She was hanging on to life for a reason, and she'd already found out that life had been worth the long wait when again humans appeared in the picture wanting to hurt her. Soon after that horrible incident took place, Kayla was finally placed into a foster home. She began to get a bit rambunctious, however. That was to be expected from a dog that had been locked up for so long. Her foster mom absolutely adores her strong spirit. After years of neglect, torture, and imprisonment, Kayla seems to be getting all the puppy misbehaving process out of her system. And we all think that's just fine, Battle said. She's happy, strong, willful, a bit stubborn, and spoiled by her foster mom and family. It's thanks to the wonderful rescuers at the sanctuary that Kayla was given a second chance at life. Battle is so proud of everything the sanctuary does. She says that she'll continue to rescue dogs for as long as she can. This rescue is an epic battle of good against bad and of hate against love. And in the end, as it always does, love wins, Battle said. This rescue is the love wins, don't give up kind of rescue that fuels our stubborn madness a while longer.